Paul, you've said it already. It's a tough time of the season for every manager, but it's got to be done.
Yeah, it is. It's one of those things when you take on a managerial or a whatever you want to call it, head coach managerial role. You have to make tough decisions and you have to have difficult conversations. And some of those conversations were difficult today. It's never nice to give people bad news. I do believe that it's the best way to be, just to be honest. Um, and the feeling I've got is that not many of them were surprised from the players who've been released. Probably the biggest surprise is the Mark Howard decision, and it's something which I did say to him. It's probably the toughest out of everybody. The decision that I've come to on that one. I, I see I see today as the start of the future. This is where it all starts now, and we're looking to improve the squad, to make the squad a really rounded, youthful, athletic group of players. And as much as Mark has done excellent for us in terms of shot stopping and keeping us in games, I'm just looking to improve that area as well. Um, we've made an offer to Magnus to keep him at the club because I see there being a really good goalkeeper that we can develop. I think he's just lost his way a little bit in this season, and I see him being somebody who we can develop for years to come, and that's the decision I've made. So all of the all of the decisions have been made with the future of Carlisle United Football Club in mind. Nothing personal against any of them at all. They've all been really good blokes to work with over the last 10.5 weeks. Some of them have had more opportunities than others, and I've taken a view that we have to change and strengthen the group, and by doing this and clearing the deck sounds like a really disrespectful way to say it, but I'm clearing spaces in the squad to give us an opportunity to go out and bring bigger, better, more athletic and better quality than and to try and take the club forward.
That Mark decision, it must be the cleanest example of what it is you've just spoken about, because it can't have been easy. You don't win those awards that he swept up last night by accident.
No.
Something's right, but it's about moving forward for the club.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. And when I sort of spoke at the opening of last night, I talked about a strange feeling of celebrating finishing 20th in the league. And I think that when you get a goalkeeper cleaning the board for Player of the Year awards, it tells you that we've actually not done very well. And that's not being disrespectful in any way to the Goalkeepers Union. If you're a successful team, your goalkeeper shouldn't be winning awards. And I think that's a reflection of where we are. But credit to him, he's been very professional about the way he's gone about it, and also the way that he handled it today. He was obviously disappointed, and we move forward. That's the only thing on my mind now. Is now the challenge for us all is to make this football club better. And if I have to make a difficult decision that people on the outside are surprised by, that's what I have to do. And as I said, I made them all, nothing personal, but I genuinely wish all of them the best of luck in the rest of their careers.
Slight difference in the remainder of the release is the Jamie Devitt
Mm.
situation. What's happening with that one?
Yeah, Dev, I mean, he's a fantastic personality around the dressing room. He's a real good character, and I like what I've seen of him as a character. I think we scratched the surface a little bit of what he can do for the team, but I don't think he was ever fully fit. I put him in the team, which is the wrong way around to do it. I put him in the team to get fit instead of being fit to come into the team, because we were in that situation where I needed experience, and I knew what he could add for us. Um, he's just had real bad luck with picking up this other injury. He was disappointed because he thought he could be involved at the weekend, but he'd had one training session on Friday where he was a free player in everything that we did. So there was no way I could chuck him into it. It would have been my heart rather than my head doing it. So I've invited Jamie to come back in for pre-season training for him to show us that he can get himself fit and that he can be an effective member of the squad. One thing I've said to all of the players is that when we come back, or certainly for the start of the season, I'm hoping we have got a minimum of 6, but maybe even more new faces into this group, because I want competition for places. I want them all to be fighting. I want there to be, this season in these 15 games, I think we've probably had what I would class as maybe 12 starters, and the rest I've considered as finishers. I want a group of maybe 18 outfield starters who are all pushing each other to be playing in that team, and if we do that, we've got a chance of having a much better season.
Players offered, again, not taken lightly. What's the procedure for that now? How long do you wait? Because in the past we've actually waited all the way up until the start of the season with some of these offers. Are you that type of manager?
No, they've got till the end of this month, and I think that's a fair amount of time to consider their options. If they make the decision that they want longer, then the contract offer will go, and it's up to them what they do from there. I've made offers because I genuinely would like to keep them here. I'm not doing it just on a whim. I think there are players that can help take us forward, so I hope they agree to stay. We'll wait and see on that, but once it gets to the end of this month, if they've decided it's not a yes, then the contract offer will be taken away. Now, it may come back again further down the line, but the likelihood is it will be on less terms than they've been offered so far. And we'll wait and see. I really hope that they agree to stay, because I want them as part of the group to take us forward. And I've just got to hope and see what happens come the end of this month.
You've triggered Morgan. I mean, we've seen the champagne moment that was always going to walk that particular award, but there's been some of the blocks, the tackles, the movement, the awareness. Clearly a player you want to work with.
Oh, definitely. I think Morgan's the sort of characters that we need inside the club, people who they wear their heart on the sleeve and they'll give everything for the cause. He's still got things that he needs to improve on, and he knows that, and he's prepared to do that. I would actually like to, we've triggered the option, but I would actually like to, and I've told him I want to extend it even further. That's his decision whether he decides to do it. I want to give him that little bit of security, to know that he's going to be a valuable part of the squad. And he's in the same boat as everybody else. I've told him I would like to bring at least one centre-half into the club, and he's going to have to show me that he deserves to start the games, and we'll see from there.
No sentiment there either with the lads who are here and contracted. I know you've had them in this morning. I guess the message to them is come back ready, because it's not a given.
Yeah, I've told them all that, all individually, that I expect a hell of a lot more from them. I've made it quite clear that they'll be given a programme to work to, and when they come in on the 22nd, I expect them to be in a right good place, because next season we have to be fitter and we have to be more dynamic. I don't want to see the running stats that I've been seeing over the last few weeks, or the last 10 and a half weeks. We need to be so much better than we are, and the challenge for us as staff, and with Jamie now stepping up to do the S&C, the fitness side of it, the challenge is to make a group of players who are physically stronger, physically and mentally more robust and resilient, ready to deal with the challenge of a real long League Two season.
You mentioned Jez will be sorted middle of the week on Saturday. Is that still the plan with him?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. We're probably 99.9% done. He's coming in this afternoon. We'll have another conversation again, and I would like to think that will be confirmed as soon as possible. Maybe even by the time that this goes out, it might even be done. But at the moment, I can't say for definite. But I think we're very, very close to getting it all done and dusted.
And new targets, when do they start becoming conversations and hopefully pen to paper?
Yeah, I can't honestly give you the answer to that one. The pen to paper thing is a sort of difficult one, because players are contracted through till the end of June when they're leaving current clubs. If they haven't got an offer, then the clubs will continue paying them till July, to the end of July. So it's a really difficult one to say at the moment. I want agreements in place as soon as we possibly can. I want to know that we have X, Y and Z coming in on that 22nd, and I promise you, and I promise the fans, as soon as there is information, we'll tell you.
What do you do now, Paul, just for finally? Do you sack it for a couple of days, or is it just full on?
No, there'll be no sacking it at all. I'll be taking my football head off this weekend, Friday. I've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a lovely wedding event to go down south, so I'll be going for that. I've got quite a bit to do this week. A bit of work on planning and talking about recruitment and all that side of it. What I want to do when I go down to this wedding at the weekend, I want to have put last season to bed, because it is last season now. I want that gone, and I want to start thinking about the next season and making sure everything's in place. So it's full steam ahead. I know even when I go away on holiday, I'm still going to be working. I know that, and Jackie understands that. She knows how daft I am. But I feel as if I'm in a really good place. I've found a house to live up here. I've sold my house in Derbyshire. And it's full steam ahead to get ready for next season.
Thank you.